shine. It's your morning motivation time. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Marquis Saint, and welcome to my office view. I figure I'd turn around and let you see what I see in my life, and part of my vision is to share the information that I gather from my intelligence to the world so that we can all become better people, and better people are saints. See, that's the mission of Saints Addiction, was to flip a negative into a positive and turn my life around, and I have. I've been successful at staying sober and being free and traveling where I want to go and starting my own business, and all of that has come to me controlling my habits. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't control any of their habits. And I've been watching it happen, especially when I'm in Brazil. I've quit cocaine for almost 10 years now. And yet I still got friends that are still doing bumps of blow. I still got friends that down the quick responses in their brain, the quick dopamines, the alcohol, the cigarettes. I still got friends that are Republicans and even get a little borderline racist. It's just true. And I watch it happen. And it's not that I'm not aware of it. It's that I'm loving them through their process. See, it's unfortunate, but it's true. Some people have different perspectives than others. Some people are just like, yeah, sure, I know cocaine's going to make me addicted, but I want my happiness now. And how am I going to argue with someone like that? How am I going to argue with somebody that's already drunk that they probably shouldn't drink in their life to be happy? They've already made the decision. And just like we said in the alcohol class, the guy told us, because, you know, I had DUI when I was 21 years old, and the guy said, you know, before you go into the bar, you know if you're going to drink or not. You know that you need to throw the keys to the bartender on the first drink, not on the 10th when you can't make a proper decision. And that's what I wanted to talk about this morning, was making proper decisions. See, it's unfortunate, but it's true. I'll just leave you with these words. I grew up with an alcoholic father and a bipolar mother, and I've watched it wreck my family. It's literally the reason I don't have a relationship with my siblings. It's literally the reason that I've broken up other relationships with people that are supposedly my friends. And there are even some people that are my friends that still have addictions, and I love them through it. You know, that's what I was going to label this one, is loving them through addiction. And it's probably one of the hardest conversations to have, is to have a friend that's close to you, and I'm sure you do. Like my best friend, addicted to opioids, hit me up the other night and, Mark, I need some more help. Now, mind you, I've already 3 strikes and outed him with help and money, or I don't know, whatever bullshit that's happened, jobs or whatever, and I've watched it melt him away, and I've watched it deteriorate me and my father's relationship, and I even watched my brother do the exact opposite and never smoke, never drink ever in his life. Now, I still like to experiment. I still take my psychedelics. I still smoke weed. Not as much anymore because I'm on holiday and I'm in a different country, but I still smoke weed. And I still do mushrooms, acid once in a while. I like to open my mind. But the facts are is we all have an addiction. And that's why I called it Saints Addiction. It's to be real with myself, and to thy own self be true. And the more real I was with myself, and the more real I was with the message, the more it hit home. I can build a castle from the foundation up. Brick by brick, it will be a wall. But if I lie to myself and I to build on sand, then nothing will exist. And this is the foundation that we have to have our conversation with, is where do we draw the line? Where do we see ourselves? And how do we perceive ourselves is the best conversation we can have with each other. A lot of us, a lot of them, especially over here, dressed up crackheads. They can pay for expensive meals and do bumps of blow, but the truth is they got no love in their heart. They might have jealousy, definitely greed, but not an open-mindedness to see with true eyes their own behavior. And only when we analyze our behavior, will we be accurate with our outcome? It's not easy to have this conversation. It's not easy to mention alcoholism in my family. It's not easy to mention the addiction to nicotine. My great-grandfather, or my grandpa, my mom's dad, was a Camel pack a day, Crown and Coke drinker to the day he died at 52 years old. That would literally leave me only 12 years of life left. And I want more. I want more than just what I got right now. I want my life to expand. I want my life to be a blessing. And to do that, I had to get away from my addictions. To be free mentally means not being a slave to the man, the system, or drugs. And that's a three-pronged approach. Literally getting to another country, literally going to a different government, literally going to a different existence, has opened my mind to see what I truly want out of my life. You know, I sat with my toes in these, not in this sand, in Thailand, I sat toes in the sand and said, I am so happy, finally, in my life. I found a happy place where I could be myself. And I sat there and I said, self, you're smart enough. How do I keep this going? How do I keep this life happy? My life happy? And the truth is I had to quit some things. I had to sacrifice addictions. I didn't sacrifice my sobriety. I sacrificed my addictions and got real with myself. And the realer I got, the deeper I got. And I realized that I was putting enough energy into addictions that I could be putting into my business. And that's why I called it Saints Addiction. You know, the effort was limitless when I was looking for cocaine. The effort was limitless when I wanted to smoke weed. There was nothing stopping me when I wanted some pussy. And now as I sit here, there's nothing stopping me as I want to exist. I exist beyond my addictions. I exist beyond control. What I started to do was become aware. And being self-aware is probably the best asset you can give yourself. So thy own self be true, like we were talking about yesterday. Knowing yourself, pre-predicting your outcomes, you can stop the horse from drinking water. Now, a lot of people say you can't force the horse to drink water. And I can't. I watch my friends do bumps of blow, and they already got white crusties on their nose. And I watch it happen, and I'm like, this is not going to make you a better human being. Let me tell you about true happiness. And then I feel like I'm Jesus preaching a new religion of love over drug. And that's something that most people can't separate. They only love their life when they're hopped up. They're hooping and hollering. They're on alcohol. They can barely hear themselves as part of the reaction to addiction. And I watched myself. I stopped numbing myself and I got real. I started to see the alcohol eat away at my father's brain. He was extremely intelligent, yet he threw it all away. Threw the family away for the bottle. My best friend, extremely good salesman, pop of all his stuff. He would peel himself out of bed after we had a whole night of blow and alcohol and weed and go to work, and I was like, I can't function. I got to stay on this couch. And he would run there and maybe sleep in the car, do whatever he had to do. And lo and behold, while I was traveling the world, he was developing an addiction to painkillers. I didn't know. I know now. Oh, is that a humming? I think I just saw a hummingbird come up in this tree. But that's the possibilities of life. That's what I seek. I seek life in the trees. I seek the light that's within us all. And I started to go away from the darkness. I started looking for a new path. And sure, we can't all walk the same path, but just like Jack Frost, I took the paths less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. My difference, oh, there's the bird. He went right through here. My difference has given me success. Thinking differently has given me the ability to see my friends in a different light, and I love them. Of course I love them. We have a bond. even while they're smoking a cigarette next to me, and I've quit so many years ago and it gives me an instant headache. I can't stop you from being you. I can't stop you from making the decisions that you make. In fact, that's going to be on you. And that's the facts of life. We all have to make a choice. We all have to choose our path individually. And as I walk along this road in the middle of Brazil and having these thoughts with you, I'm loving you. I'm secretly and silently saying, you can do this. I'm giving you encouragement to go to a place further than your mind, further than your addiction, further than your trials and tribulations. Know that we all have pain. We all have something that we're seeking. And my hope is that you find it. More than just a bump, a blow, or a quick shot, or a pill. I wanted you to have light in your life. I wanted you to see the world through a different lens. See yourself sober. See yourself happy. See yourself from mental slavery. No! Hi. That little girl's so cute. She had a little instructor silence. But that's what it's going to have to take. I can't walk the path for you. Oh my God, look at that beautiful monarch butterfly. I don't know if you can see that. Right there on the cactus. Isn't that amazing? That's real, you guys. That's the real life that we live. If we stop numbing ourselves, if we stop fearing our lives, and we start living now, we too can transform like this butterfly. Boy, surrounded by thorns, like we all have, we will find the ability to live. We will find the ability to be beautiful and to love what we have and not take this experience for granted. So many of us, so many times, have gotten hurt and looked for relief. I get it. It hurts to be alive sometimes. I get it. Life is a bumpy road. But that's all the experience together. There's another butterfly. You see this one? Orange one. Wow. And I get to enjoy these things because I'm sober. I'm not wrecked in my head thinking about all the things that went wrong. All the friends that I've lost along the way. Instead, I think of my great future, Mr. Bob Marley. I think of a future where all of us can have love and compassion in our hearts, that all of us reach something inside of ourselves and go, I'm not alone. I exist, and I exist more than the drugs that are coming my way. I exist in my life to stay healthy and blessed. And I still love my friends, even though they are lost. It's one of the hardest things to do. But you've been doing it your whole life. You've loved your parents, and I'm sure they weren't perfect like mine. You've loved your friends and lovers, each one of them in time, showing you who they really are, probably getting you to do the drugs with them. And that's one of the hardest things of this message, is loving someone through their addiction. And that's your morning marijuana motivation from Saints Addiction. If you got anything out of this, subscribe. Matter of fact, like my page on Facebook. My numbers have been going down. And if you're watching this and you watched all the way to the end, get your friends, invite them. Just go to the like page and hit them to follow. I'm almost to 3,000 likes. That would be dope. I already hit my 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And that's my last request from you. Peace and love. And as always, Chigatan. I'll leave you with the view.